Boxing has always been known to produce its characters, the ones who claim the big fight followers' attention, people who are different. Well, Chris-Eubank certainly fills that category. He's champion, he's different, he's no past comparison with anybody else, he's totally single-minded, a bit stubborn, and with a strong chin and the skills to match. Chris, you started with an unusual way of turning professional in America, very difficult in the hotbed of New York and Atlantic City, and you had 5 fights. Why and how did that happen?
Why? Well, the reason for that was that I lived there, I went to school there for 3.5 years. I graduated in 1986. My parents thought it best for me to leave the British system I was in that I didn't get on in the schooling systems in this country.
Well, you were difficult then. You weren't really difficult then, were you?
Boisterous.
Boisterous.
Yeah. I've always been a little streetwise. They saw it fit for me also to start training in New York. I mean, basically, I needed to keep in shape, but they wanted my spare time occupied, and they paid $15 a month for me to join Jerome Boxing Club in the South Bronx, and it all started from there.
Well, it's certainly a hard start, I must say. And you won those 5 fights, of course. That takes some doing, even though they were just preliminaries in Atlantic City.
Well, the determination was strong. It still is. I mean, I had put a lot of time into learning the basics. I'd gone through the amateur ranks, winning the Spanish Golden Gloves, getting to the semi-finals in the Golden Gloves. One wanted to be successful, you know, and I had that drive. I still have that drive.
I certainly don't doubt that, I must say. How about managers? You've had a few, haven't you? Why did you change them like that?
Well, the first, Adonis Torres, he passed away in 1987, October of 1987. He taught me a lot of the skullduggery, what goes on in this business. The rest was through experience. You know, I've met up with a lot of people who want to give you less than what you're worth, and I've experienced the fact that it's a very dirty, hard business, you know. I mean, the craft of it, actually doing it is very hard, and the business section of it is twice as hard, you know.
Yes, obviously it's harder in the ring and sometimes outside, I agree with you. Your first fight in Britain was in February '88 against Darren Parker, but he only lasted 1 round. So the big test came, I thought, against Anthony Logan, the Jamaican who had put Nigel Benn on the floor. So what was your reaction to that when you finished the fight on your knees, if you remember?
Yes, I do. Well, I knew I had I'd taken his best shot in the 2nd round. I knew that all the years I had been thinking, I know my chin is good. I confirmed it on that night, you know, that was in February 1989. From there, I knew that I was going to go places in boxing.
He's a very handy fighter, Eubanks. So 1 minute's gone in the last round then. 3-minute durations. And there's a pumping of punches from the white trunk to Eubanks there again. Hogan's got sort of fights with the mouth open, Jim, and the expression on the face that he's in more trouble sometimes than he really is, doesn't he? He adds to it by his expression.
Yeah, he has that look at it, but I think now Eubanks is feeling the pace a little bit. I expected a big drive from Eubanks in the last round, but he just lost a little bit of that enthusiasm, just running out of steam slightly.
Minute to go. Well, Eubanks has definitely landed more punches to him, and if that's the name of the game, he's won it, and it hasn't been warm through hitting with the inside of the glove at all as we get into the last half minute. Referee, the sole arbiter, as they say, no judges in British preliminary or championship fights, save for world and European. So there's, and I think Dave Parris, the referee, always get the decision right away because they thought as they go along. And there it is. And he's giving it to Eubanks, who hesitated for a minute there. Eubanks as if to say, are you really going to give it to me? And the expression there, how do you describe that? One of shock, I would think. But he now knows that he's hit the jackpot in many ways. You decided then, if I remember, to join the Barry Hearn matchroom team. Why him in particular, and did you sort others out or not?
I went to every manager you can think of in this country, all of them, and none of them showed me any interest. They all wanted me for less than what I was worth. I had already beaten Anthony Logan, who was rated 16 in the WBC. It was only my 12th fight. I was a novice in comparison to Anthony Logan at the time. I had proven myself, you know. I had proved I would definitely make at least British champion, but still they would not give me what I was worth. They told me, you know, one said to me, I'm not a sugar daddy, I'm not going to buy you a flat. You're going to have to go out and work, I'm not going to give you a wage. You're going to have to do it the hard way. And I said to him, forget it, you know. And I'm sure today he's biting his tongue, you know. Just like Frank Warren, just like Frank Maloney, just like Barney Eastwood. I went to every one of them, you know, and they all kept me waiting, and they all took too long. I went to Barry Hearn. He saw that I had the potential. He saw that I had the frame of mind, and we shook hands the first day we met, you know, and it's all gone uphill from since then.
At the weigh-in at lunchtime today, Randy Smith in the gold shorts from Chicago, Illinois, weighed in at 11 stone 8.5 pounds. Chris-Eubank, the unbeaten Brighton boxer, weighed in at 11 stone 10 pounds. He's in the white shorts.
My character in the ring, the performer, he's eccentric, he's outgoing, he's an extrovert, he's strange. But that's what he is, you know. He's not an actor. He doesn't pretend. He performs in the way his body tells him to perform. He performs in the heat of the moment.
So as we go into the last round, round 10, and this really has been a very good performance from Chris-Eubank this evening. As long as Chris-Eubank maintains his concentration, he's got this fight well in the bag. Chris-Eubank certainly has gone through a lot of work in these 10 rounds here this evening, and he's never let his work rate drop, he's never let his concentration wander, despite what Randy Smith attempted to do. And at the end of 10 rounds, Larry O'Connell has no doubt whatsoever in raising the arm of Chris-Eubank.
I think you won every round here, don't you, John?
I don't think there's any doubt about it. 10 rounds, all the Chris-Eubank.
Definitely, yeah.